Hey guys, happy Saturday. I hope you're having a good day. I wanted to give you a quick video of something that I made last weekend because I want it again, and I wanted to show you guys. It's a really simple recipe, and what I use it for is I make grilled cheese sandwiches out of this. So I wanted to show you what I do and how I make it. It's a little bit different than most other people. It's really simple, really basic, and I think you're really going to like it. So let me go ahead and turn you down so you can see my work area. All right. Okay, so I've got my mixing bowl here. You can see my KitchenAid mixer. I've got the whisk attachment, and I've got 4 eggs and an extra bowl. So this recipe is going to only use egg yolks, or egg whites, excuse me. So what you do is you crack it open and you just move it back and forth from shell to shell very carefully so that you don't break the yolk, but that the white comes out. And then you just put that in there. So what I'll do with these yolks is I'll probably use them to make egg salad, or you know, just make some omelets for a lunch or something like that. So I'm only using 4 eggs for this recipe, but it's very scalable. You can, you know, use 6 eggs or 8 eggs, or, you know, whatever it is you want to do. This is going to make, oops, there goes a shell, and I'll worry about that later. This is going to make 2 servings or 4 pieces of bread. And when I say bread, I use that term very, very loosely. Personally, I thought it tasted great, and when you see the finished product, you will see that it makes a really good bread kind of substitute. My husband said it does taste a little eggy, so I've got some modifications that I'm going to do. Now that one, the white started the yolk started breaking, so I went ahead and just dumped the rest. You don't want to get yolk in your whites because then they won't whip up as good. So that being said, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of my extra egg stuff to the side, and I'm going to bring my mixer into the mix, so to speak. And I'm going to put the mixing bowl on my mixer. And I'm also going to put the whisk attachment on. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to add more than just eggs to this recipe. Like I said, it's just a few simple ingredients, and I think that what will help the eggy flavor and make this more of a savory bread is I'm going to add a teaspoon of oregano, and you can use any spice you want. Rosemary would be really good, dill would be really good. You know all my favorite flavors. And then I'm also gonna take half a teaspoonish of salt, and I'm gonna put that in there. And that's it. That's all I'm going to put in this recipe. And then I'm gonna turn it on high, and I'm gonna let it go way longer than anybody actually ever should when you are doing egg whites. So let me go ahead and get this started, and when it's done, I will bring you back because it's really loud. So this is normally what's called the soft peak stage, and if you look, when it makes soft peaks. So this is not where we want to go. We want to go even further. This has been going about 1 minute. So let me go ahead and continue, and I'll show you when it's all done. All right, so as you can see, I've let it go about another minute, and it has gotten to a really interesting state. It's really kind of thick. It's past the point of whipped cream. You know when you do whipped cream and you whip it too long? Well, that's kind of the consistency that we're looking for in this recipe, and that's exactly where we are right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to put it into my pan. I'm probably breaking the heart of many, many chefs and bakers right now because of this. So what I've done is I've taken a square casserole and I've lined it with parchment, and you guys know I'm not an exact cook. I don't care that it's fluffy like that. And so I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna give it a really quick turn just to make sure that we've got everything well incorporated. And as you can tell, it's really quite crumbly, but that's really the texture that you're looking for and you're going for in this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my pan and flatten it out and put it in the oven. Currently I have my oven going at 375 degrees, and when it is done cooking I will show you the finished product, and I will make a grilled cheese sandwich. Can't wait for that. And also I'll let you know how long it actually did cook for at 375, because you guys know I am really bad about knowing how long things are cooking. But as you can see, I'm gently moving it around, so I'm forming it into a square. And I like this because I like a square pan because it's pretty easy. You know you're going to get 4 pieces out of this. This is a scalable recipe, so you can do 6 eggs, you can do 8 eggs. You're going to put it in a bigger pan, of course. But so that is it. That is the entire recipe right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this into the oven. And when I come back, I will show you how it turned out. All right, I'm back. It cooked exactly 20 minutes, and I want to show you how it turned out. So let me turn you down. All right, here we go. This is the final product. As you can see, it's really nice and golden brown, and it's really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the pan and I'm going to put it on a plate, and I'm going to let it cool for a little bit. As you can tell, it's really easy for it to come out of the parchment, if you could hear what I just said. And I'm going to let it cool for a little bit, and then once it's cooled, I'm going to use it to make a grilled cheese sandwich. As you can tell, it's not really all that thick, so it'll make a perfect slice. And when it's cooled down, like I said, I will bring you back and make that grilled cheese sandwich. All right, I'm back with the last and final step, and I wanted to show you what I'm gonna do. So let's look down here. All right, so here is the eggs that we made in the oven, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it off of the parchment now. And I'm going to use a serrated knife, and I'm just gonna cut it into squares. So 1 and 2. All right, so there we go. We've got 4 squares, and these are going to be, you know, 2 squares each to make our sandwich. What I normally do is I put this side up and out. That's the one I put the cheese on the inside, on the top. So what I'm going to use today to butter these is going to be some ghee that I made last week. I just do it in the crock pot, and it seems to work really well. And I like that it is spreadable and I can leave it on my countertop. And so I'm just going to spread it on both sides of this. And then I will bring my pan over here. Oops. And get it going on high. I'm going to take one of these and put it face down. And then I'm going to take one slice of Swiss cheese, but you can use any cheese that you like. And I like, even though it looks like it's really small, it actually fits these this cheese really well. So once you've got that one on, we're gonna go ahead and put the other one on top. and we're just gonna go ahead and let them cook. Right now I have it on high, but I will be turning that down in just a minute. I'm looking for a spatula real quick. All right, I've got myself a spatula, and I know that watching grilled cheese sandwiches cook is about as much fun as watching paint dry. So while we're letting it cook, I'll go ahead and chat with you guys. I wanted to show you something that we got from Amazon. My daughter loves curry, and so we got this for her. She's going to be taking it back to school, and she makes curry all the time. She loves it, and she'll use coconut milk with this because she is dairy allergic. So she'll use coconut milk and or almond milk or cashew milk. She doesn't eat keto, but she's about as big as a minute, so I don't really push the issue. But she's very excited about this. And this is just a really nice spice to have on hand, because if you want to change up the flavors of your chicken or pork or whatever, I have definitely 100% just sprinkled it on whatever meat and baked it in the oven or grilled it or whatever. So it's just a nice little spice that you can use to change the flavor of things a little bit, but still not add a lot of carbs, and it adds a ton of flavor. So don't forget about curry. Curry is a really good spice. It's actually a blend of spices, and I'm trying to look to see if there's carbs in it or not, but you know what? I'll show you this instead because I don't have my glasses on, so I'm just not gonna be able to read that. And so it looks like it's starting to get done on one side. I've flipped the sandwich, and we're going to turn the heat down now to about 3 because we want the other side to get brown, but we also want the cheese to melt. So yeah, so I got that for her this week. One thing, we go to Fresh Market. We get these there every now and again. I don't get these often because this lovely little box is like $4 on sale, which I think is ridiculous, but it's a nice little thing that you can use for a snack. You can use these, they're nice and big, and they're really crisp, so you can use them for you know, making you know, using summer sausage and making a little sandwich out of it, or you can put butter on it or cheese or whatever you want to do. And I like those. As you can tell, I don't eat them a lot. I really use them sparingly, but I like those. Those are a new fun thing that I use. And we are getting done with this sandwich. It's just about done, so I will let you see it again. And there you go. As you can see, it's getting nice and crispy. The cheese is starting to melt a little bit. And if you do that, you can see it's pretty much a good melty cheese sandwich. So I'm going to flip it one more time, turn this off, and I am going to pull it off the heat. Now, what are macros on this? What are macros on this? Well, we used one serving, one sandwich is going to be 2 egg whites. I used about half a teaspoon of ghee, and then 1 slice of Swiss cheese. Again, the cheese is going to be your choice, whatever you want to do, and it does take a little bit of prep, but it's worth it because it tastes really good. At least I think so. Now, I want you guys to tell me in the comments down below if you tried it, if you changed up the spices, if you thought it tasted too eggy, or if it didn't turn out the same as mine. But I definitely want you guys to let me know what you think about it if you tried it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and let me go ahead, and it's still really hot, so I wanted to show that it definitely, I'm not holding it very much at all, and it holds up really well. And then I want you to, I hope it crunches like the last one I made. This is so good. You can really taste the oregano in it, and it's not too salty that it's overwhelming, but I think it really helps the flavor so that it doesn't taste so eggy. And then you can taste the Swiss with it and stuff, and yeah, that's really good, guys. So if you make it, tell me what cheese you use. I'd love to try new cheeses, but I'm kind of chicken about it. So that is my grilled cheese sandwich and my easy egg bread, and I hope you like it. It does have a little bit of a fluffy texture to it, but overall, I think it's really good. It makes me happy. So you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll talk to you real soon.